And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest.
So genuine. What's happening? Hi, guys. Hello there.
No school today for the kids.
No school for the kids?
No school for the kids.
That's what it is? That's
Yep.
why the traffic's so bad?
That's why the traffic's so
Oh,
bad.
man.
Well, did you have bad traffic today?
Well, it's raining.
Oh, that's right. You live downtown.
I live down there in the southern hemisphere of the city. And with the traffic and the rain and school's back, I leave an hour before I have to get here. Kelly was right. It is quite a commute.
School is off today, though. I don't know why you
Yeah.
had traffic. Maybe you just live downtown.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should have listened to you
Yeah.
and stayed close to the studio.
Yeah. So today is, well, I guess did it start last night? It's the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah. So Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. I was watching Sam Spector's story.
Yes.
I've got to tell you, I did not follow him on Instagram
Right.
until Albert pulled up his story.
Right.
And I was following his mom's preparation for Rosh Hashanah
And what did you
dinner.
see?
Everything.
This is Sam the stylist.
I just want to be invited to his house for Rosh Hashanah dinner.
He works here, so you have an in.
I know. I'm around, guys.
She's available.
I'm available for
She's
dinner.
got nothing but time.
His mom, he doesn't like chopped liver, which I love, and
My
his mom
favorite.
made chopped liver that looked like divine.
But listen, we're Southern Methodists. I love chopped liver. Connie Seacrest, please, you can make it for any holiday of ours.
Yeah, yeah.
There's this storm that is approaching the Carolinas, which is making big news, right? This catastrophic storm, which is amping up, which is going to affect the eastern seaboard and weather all across the country.
I don't know what you just said. All I know is it's winter.
It did flip overnight to be cold here
What did I
in
tell
New York
you?
City. You said it's hot one day and then the next day it's cold, but I actually embrace it. I thought it was fantastic. It was very cozy this weekend. Allowed you to, eat more than you normally would and be lazy.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because the only thing I did yesterday, besides I was in bed. I now, because Mark is on the keto diet, and he's back in Vancouver, but because he's on the keto diet, the peanut butter and jelly that we used to enjoy together has now become peanut butter and jelly minus the bread, and he doesn't even have the jelly anymore. So he just has peanut butter on a spoon. But I've been enjoying peanut butter and jelly on spoons minus the bread. So I sat there in bed watching Snapped on a marathon, as I do Sunday. It's my version of church. And I sat there eating peanut butter and jelly in bed, and then I finally got out of bed to go to Soul Cycle. I'm chewing gum. I'm sorry. There you go. Sorry.
I didn't know if I should mention it or not mention it.
Well, we
but-
have that whole new system backstage where there's no longer a trash can where it used to be. Now
Yeah, they changed everything.
They take a shot of us backstage now under the sign that says "on the air."
So we can barely navigate.
That's what they
our
spent the
way.
budget on, in case you're curious.
We saw the men's champ from the U.S. Open backstage.
Yeah.
Novak is here.
Djokovic.
Novak Djokovic. And I went last night.
I know you did, and he said, you know what he said to Ryan? I saw you on, because Ryan goes, I was there last night. He goes, I know, I saw you on TV, on the Jumbotron.
He goes, I saw you in the Jumbotron. I was like, really? Because I was...
Like, he was paying attention, like, in the middle of all of that, you think he'd be so laser focused on the
Right.
game, but he was looking at the Jumbotron, seeing who was there.
I haven't been to a lot of tennis in my life. And I was backstage trying to talk tennis terms to him. And I said, oh, how about that one game where it was deuce, 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 deuce.
I watched him glaze right over. His
And then
eyes.
Kelly just said, stop.
I said,
just,
stop.
Just stop
I said,
trying.
stop talking tennis to a tennis player. You sound ridiculous.
Yes, I did. It's a very formal. So, before we went, Shane and I were walking around the city, actually, and we stopped into a restaurant. And who do we see? David Muir and Cartwright
Yes.
sitting there.
Uh-huh.
And we said we're going to the U.S. Open, and he was just our guest on the show the other day, and he said, "Oh, it's great. It's very, it's very formal." And I said, "Well, what am I supposed to wear?" My most important question. And I needed to wear a jacket because.
Oh, you have to wear a jacket?
Where we were seated, we needed a jacket.
Is that true?
Yeah. And so, we get dressed and we go, and it's it's fascinating to be inside because it's extremely intimate. And you have to be very quiet. The umpire is like, please, please. And you think she's yelling at you.
Right. Right.
She probably was.
Right.
And
well, I was texting with Gelman because
he was there.
Yes, he was there, and I said, "Oh," because I was following his story, and I knew you were there because I was talking to you, and so I was like, "Oh, are you with Ryan?" And Gelman was like, "He's at the box next door," and I said, "Oh, what box is that?" And he goes, "The president's box," and I said, "Are you at the vice president's box?" And he said, "I'm at the Emperor's box."
At the Emperor's box? Didn't even know there was an Emperor's box.
I was like, wow, that's fancy.
Well, they do. They go around and you see Gerard Butler was on the Jumbotron and looking very, very cool. And Meryl Streep was on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
Looking just amazing.
It's a New York moment.
It's a New York moment.
Yeah.
And then we're on television every single day. And there's a camera here right now. And, seemingly we're comfortable.
Yeah, but this is child's play. That's major.
I don't even think it was broadcast. I think it was just in the arena. But they come to us, and I literally am panicked.
You don't know how to act on TV.
I don't know how to act on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
So did you do like a weird pose?
Well, I tried to pretend like I was talking.
Yeah.
And then Savannah Guthrie.
You had extra conversation. You were talking like extras.
I was just like extras, like they do on the news after they do the news and they pretend they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And Savannah Guthrie is in front of me and she says, "Kiss Shayna, kiss her."
Oh yeah, kiss Cam.
So I kissed Cam, and and no one was cheering. It was just
nobody cheered.
They cut to Gelman, and he got a huge round of applause.
Is that true?
In my head, that's how it all played out. But they did show Gelman, and his daughter was hugging him in that
that's
moment.
Nice.
So anyway, we're gonna speak to him in just a second. No,
that's
Becca's
very,
here.
very, very exciting. I like those New York City moments.
They're
You know
great.
what I
They're new
mean?
to me.
Yeah. I mean, the only time I bumped into a Gerard Butler, in New York, out in the wild, as I like to call it. Because we have celebrities here all the time, but it's not the same.
No.
Having them here, they have to come here. You know what I mean? It's part of their job. So they associate us with work, and it's not really, they have a movie they have to promote, and it's a pain. So it's not seeing them out in the wild. I saw him out in the wild, but this was years ago, we were taping our Halloween show, and I was dressed like the Long Island Medium. I'm not kidding. And I do a great Teresa Caputo. So I went up to him, and I was like, the spirit is telling me that you're Gerard Butler. Am I right? And he didn't seem to know that I was not in costume. I think he thought I was the Long Island Medium.
That's how committed you are to the roles that you play.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is fun to see somebody out in the wild. I saw David Muir out in the wild with a ball cap. I mean, he does the nightly news, but he had the ball cap on and just chilling out.
Listen, I don't want to brag, but I went to this Ralph Lauren put on this gorgeous fashion show for his 50th anniversary.
It was a big deal.
It was a huge deal, and it was glamorous. It was a glamorous New York City moment, and I was so honored and thankful to be there. But at a certain point, Mark says to me, "There's Chance the Rapper." So everybody is applauding Ralph Lauren, as they should. And I take out my cell phone and I start recording Chance the Rapper. I'm that person. I'm the person recording Chance the Rapper at a fashion show just so my daughter thinks I'm cool.
Right, and you can say, "Here's who I hang with."
Yeah, I was like, "Dad and I have been hanging out with Chance the Rapper all night."
Yeah.
She's like, "Stop it, that's fake news."
Hang on, Lola, DJ Khaled's on the other line.
Yeah, hang on.
Let me just see. Hello, Quavo and Bieber. Hi.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like a big deal.
It's a song out called No Brainer with all of them on it.
Okay. So we are beginning Guinness World Record.
This is interesting, right?
Okay.
This is going to be quite a thing.
I I know that's why some of you are here. I see a lot of staff children in the audience who look like they didn't want to be here, but they were forced to be here.
We recognize
I'm
that
not
face.
going to name names, but some of them look pretty upset about it. Yeah, so we're going to try to set the record for the most people doing the floss dance. You know that cockamamie dance where your arms and legs move at different times in different directions, and only children seem to be able to do it?
Anna Kaiser, your dance coach, is here.
Yes, my trainer, Anna Kaiser, is here. She instructed our dancers on how to do the floss dance. Let's check in with Anna right now and see how it's going. There she is. She's getting them to... Hey, Anna, how's it going?
It's going really well. The kids are doing an amazing job. I'm a little worried about the adults, but we're working on it. The crowds are showing up. We're trying to get them spaced out. There's so many people here ready to floss in this weather. It's insane.
Anna, why is it that only children can do this dance?
For us, it's impossible.
It's incredible. If you are over the age of 10, your mind gets in the way. You gotta just let those arms flow. Let them flow.
Lady, oh my gosh, help the lady in purple back there. She's really, oh no. There's a lady.
Official judge here.
Oh yeah.
From the Guinness Book of World Records.
I'm so excited to be here. How are you guys? 1 minute, that's what it's going to take a little bit later. We need 250 people doing the floss dance. We have monitors to make sure everyone keeps on going, even if it's raining.
They can't stop, right?
They cannot stop. 1 minute.
All right, we'll see you guys soon. I have my armband on.
We're ready.
Number 150. What number are you?
149.
Okay.
Look at that.
149,
By the way,
150.
Nothing like us closing down the street for commuters on a day like today. I'm sure they'll be thrilled when we get out there.
By the way, I couldn't get down the street, and I was like, what's going on? Why did they close the street?
We have one lane open if you need to get by. Okay, today on the show, Emma Thompson is here. Talk to her in a little bit.
There's a whole separate audience over here, I just noticed. Welcome to the show. Sorry about my back. I've been obstructing the view of Ryan. Matt